Well, today we finally moved the lathe, the new TAIG lathe, from one part of the kitchen to the other. I'm less in trouble in this area than I was next to the sink. Anyway, added a new chuck here, which is brilliant. Let's just run it up and show. Obviously a little bit slow for drilling, and this is a precision drill which screws the feed, as you can see. It then drills perfectly. Run it back out and switch it off, and it's absolutely dead center. I just put a piece of Delrin in there to do it, but it's really precise. Really happy with the way this has turned out. It didn't come with a tailstock, so what I've done is I've used this old, it was new old stock made by Supreme in Chicago, a precisionist drill chuck, and that is screwed to this rod, which is the only thing I could find that was 5/16 24 TPI, so very fine. I got a piece of silver steel here, which is basically captured into the tailstock, and I drilled the whole thing out and tapped it out. And this type of thread, that was quite a laugh, but it works beautifully, as you can see. So really chuffed with that. The next step, I think, is to put an automatic feed on it, so that I don't have to keep winding it in, and maybe work out some way of getting a micro adjustment on the top slide, or a top slide with a micro adjustment, but while maintaining the same center height. Quite interesting. To be honest with you, it's the engineering. This is an old TAIG Mark 1. The engineering is just brilliant for a miniature object. What surprised me was that it was aluminium bed, but with a thin, well, reasonably thin, hardened steel top, the ways. It wasn't until I lifted it that I realised, I thought, this can't be aluminium, this is ridiculous. And what they do is it's an aluminium extrusion here, and you can see it's blocked at the end, and they block one end, turn it over, and fill it with concrete, which is just genius, absolute genius. But the precision is just astounding. Now that I've set it up, of course. As you can hear, the DC motor here, which is from a scooter, is it is pretty damn quiet, even at higher speeds. And the bearings on the spindle and the motor and throughout are so good that it remains, well, almost silent at low speeds. Astounding. So that's excellent as well. Yeah, so really pleased with this. This is going to be my new micro workshop, micro engine, and this will go in the new workshop in the garage when it's built, along with all the other power tools. So brilliant. I'm really happy with this. I'm probably going to invest in the new headstock, which is in America, and that's the 5C type headstock with an ER collet mechanism, which can take lots of tooling. So that's probably an upgrade. But I'm going to have a look. I'm going to play with this first anyway. All right, that's it for today. The TAIG micro lathe, brilliant, simply brilliant. Even if it is entirely all in Imperial, everything, which is an absolute nightmare when you don't have easy access to Imperial tooling. But there you go. One of the problems of standardization or lack of it. Okay then, see you later.